So for the last topic, I know you had something pressing on your heart on this great Wednesday. You know what I'm saying? The clip has been going around. It's about a week old now, and we kind of late to it, but oh well. About Cam Newton talking about who would go first overall, after what we saw last season. And clearly, the answer he gave was CJ Stroud. Panthers Nation was not so pleased with that answer. What were your thoughts on the comments? Like, were people taking it out of context, or were people a little hurt over nothing? What's going on?
Honestly, yeah, people are tripping, and I think people would just find a reason to get mad at Cam Newton. I mean, it felt like the old 2011 through 2019 again, all over again, man. People just quick, 1 minute we love Cam, and the next minute we just quick to turn on him, man. And I get, and it's the same, man, with the Bryce Young fans, and I'm a Bryce Young fan too.
Right.
Let me know, I'm a Bryce Young fan too. You know what I'm saying? We have to realize that Bryce can be criticized as
He
well.
can he
Basically,
can be critiqued. He can
he's
be
not
critiqued.
safe. Yeah, he's not safe. He's not safe from it. Did he get drafted to the worst owner in the league as of right now?
Yeah.
And at the time, the worst coach in the league. Yes, Bryce
Yeah.
did. Completely out of Bryce's control. Completely. So
Yep.
that's what I'm saying. Last season, I'm really giving Bryce a pass, really, because
Mm-hmm.
it was a shit show from the start. Excuse my French. It was just really terrible from the start, man. CJ, he got drafted to a great coach from this Kyle Shanahan tree. The offensive coordinators from the Kyle Shanahan tree. Like, you got experience, dog, and it's just Frank Wright. Frank Wright was stuck in 2005, 2006. Frank Wright was with North. He gave me North Turner vibes.
But here's the thing,
Y'all
though,
remember
with
North Turner?
Frank. I hate the thing, though. Hey, say what you want about North. About North. He had Cam cooking.
Yes, he did. He did.
My
And
boy had Cam cooking.
McCaffrey. And McCaffrey. He ran McCaffrey to the ground. This is the beginning of running McCaffrey to the ground. He had McCaffrey
Hey,
as an
look,
every down back. He ain't
he
sub.
had
Not yeah.
had them boys kind of cooking. I can't even sit here front
Absolutely.
with you. Now, for
Absolutely.
Frank, like you said, back to the owner situation. I think the owner situation played a big part in all of what happened last year.
Yes.
I think dictating where your head coach was going to hire guys from, putting a bunch of guys in a room that did not know each other, that did not have any history of working together, and expecting that to become something successful was a misstep on David Tepper's part. I think he's learned a lot from that in the changes he's made. Like you said, CJ Stroud, he fell into a situation that nobody expected to be as good as it was. It was phenomenal, and he played a
Yeah.
big part. He played a big part into that. I think that how we look at Nico Collins ain't really the reason. Like
Yeah.
CJ Stroud is the reason why we look at Nico Collins the way we look at him right now, because it wasn't like that the year before. You
It
know what I'm
wasn't.
saying?
Yeah,
Noah
Nico.
Brown as well. Like those guys took a step forward with CJ alongside CJ Stroud, but I think Stroud does deserve a lot of credit for why those boys definitely made the elevation. And like you said, right now, Bryce can be critiqued. He can be
Yeah.
critiqued. He can be wrong. Mistakes can be made. And what Cam said was kind of clear. I think the Carolina Panthers today would take CJ Stroud over Bryce, knowing what they knew now. Hindsight's obviously 2020. So it's not really a shot at Bryce more so than it's really just a shot, an indictment on the entire situation that Bryce was in last year. That's where I kind of took it. I didn't really take it as a shot at Bryce. I mean, until we see Bryce play better, how can we say Bryce is better than CJ Stroud? You have to play better. Like it has to
Exactly.
materialize.
And we can't go off of just the regular game last year. I mean, granted, yes, Bryce is up 1-0 on CJ. Yes, that is
Great,
grateful. But
honestly.
I think it was an ugly game. But at the same time, people got to forget it was an ugly game. It was
It
an
was
ugly
a
game from the
nasty
start.
game. And
Yeah.
in all honesty, it took CJ Stroud's worst game, and that was Bryce's best to pull out a 1 point win. Understand like what we're saying here, like that. It took CJ Stroud's worst game as a professional to that point to get a 1 point victory. Well, 2 point victory. I can't remember how much the margin was, but if that's what it took, that tells you where we were as a team last year. Things just weren't great. It's not Bryce's fault. I thought Bryce did what he could. We were asking a lot of Bryce, and his degree of difficulty was definitely higher, and you could tell because that's how you only win 2 games when you're asking a rookie quarterback to essentially play perfect if you want to have a chance. And there were games that even at the end of last year against Green Bay, for example, you saw the Green Bay game and be like, damn, bro, there's nothing else you can do. Like, there's not much else we can really do for you if he can play this well and we still come up short. So I think
Even
there's no reason to be upset at Cam, honestly. I don't see the reason to be upset at him for anything he said.
And Cam even broke it down. I mean, and Cam even broke it down, even with the Green Bay game, man. Like he's a fan of Bryce. He talks to Bryce. He wasn't trying to trash Bryce. He was just saying what we going off of. People forget what we going off of, what we saw. You know what I'm saying?
Man,
He get it. I mean, come on now. Like people think
like,
Cam don't get what Bryce going through right now. He went through that. He went through a majority of his whole career in Carolina,
he
man.
absolutely understands. And understand clickbait. Right. Understand, like, bro, people are clipping these shows and clipping these segments to get you to take the bait. And that's exactly what Panther Nation did.